appears to be a number of strange occurrences that seem to create a manipulation in both space and time. These strange occurrences have come to be known as glitches in our reality that not only causes unexplainable phenomena to surface, but can change our very perspective on the nature of our world. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 5 mysterious time travel cases. Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla. In 1931, on Nikola Tesla's 75th birthday, he was to be featured in Time magazine. The editors at the time reached out to Albert Einstein and asked him to comment on Tesla, to which he said the following: "As an eminent pioneer in the realm of high-frequency currents, I congratulate you on the greatest successes of your life's work." Although a short message, those around him had always said he had a high level of respect for the Serbian inventor. It's said that Einstein and only a few others saw his potential. It's only been in the years after his passing that his true talent has been recognized. It appears that Tesla was a man born in the wrong era. His work was left unfinished, his tower destroyed, and he ended up passing away alone in a hotel room. The work he left behind has helped to lay the foundation of a better world. But had the world been ready for his gifts, much more could have been accomplished with ease. Although this is perhaps one of the more well-known things that was exchanged between the two, others have suggested that the two men worked on a secret project. This project is known today as the Philadelphia experiment. It's said that both of them spent several weeks on the project, and it's one of the reasons why it actually worked. Allegedly, 2 of the greatest minds at the time were brought on board to see if this experiment would actually work, and according to some, it did. However, as some have pointed out, Nikola Tesla passed away in 1943, and this is the year that the alleged experiment happened. Though some have put forward the idea that Tesla was working on this project years before it happened. One of the issues with these statements is we don't know whether the experiments actually happened. As of today, it's more of an urban legend than fact. Regardless, there are those that still believe to this day that the experiment went forward and that it was successful to a degree. Referred to by many theorists as the Philadelphia experiment, the military experimented with creating an electromagnetic bubble around a large naval vessel. This naval vessel was known as USS Eldridge at the time. Originally designed to create complete radar-invisible ships by bouncing radar waves around the ship, these experiments would go on to create a warped space-time field around the ship and transport it through time and space. As of right now, though, the experiment and if it even happened are shrouded in mystery. Regardless of whether this is real or not, the men would go on to become famous in their own rights. The hikers on Devil's Mountain. Resting on the border of San Pablo, there is a mountain referred to by locals living in the area as the Devil's Mountain. The mountain has been surrounded with a number of disappearances from hikers every single year that claims the lives of even the most experienced hikers in the region. One such story from the locals tells of that of a married couple that went on a hike to the mountain and stayed there for a few days. After they had met others and told them they would be taking a forked path, they were never seen from again, leaving many people wondering which path they had taken, since there seemed to have been no forked path in the area. This story would later come up once again after a group of boys went to the mountain on a hiking trip and came across a married couple that fit the look and description of the couple that had went missing a few years prior, and so followed the couple believing that they might be ghosts or strange manifestations of the lost couple. As they followed the couple, they witnessed them going down a forked path and so followed them, of which eventually led to them losing sight of the couple and sustaining injuries falling down an area of the mountain. This has led some to believe that the lost people of whom went hiking on the mountain are still there, stuck in a possible time loop or warped reality in which they are jumping through time and encountering other people of whom have went missing on the mountain years prior. These fears have left many, including experienced hikers, worried as to how or why these strange occurrences have been appearing on the mountain, and so leave many fearful of journeying through the region. Are shadow people time travelers? Shadow people sound a bit creepy, right? They are defined as supernatural shadow-like humanoid figures that, according to believers, are seen flickering on walls and ceilings in the viewer's peripheral vision. Shadow people are considered as entities of the underworld, but those who have experienced them are not sure whether they are evil, helpful, or just there. Scientists have tried to offer explanations for the phenomena. For example, some researchers conclude that seeing shadow figures are simply symptoms of sleep paralysis or deprivation, and others have noted that drug addicts are more likely to experience these sorts of hallucinations. Alternatively, they can simply be the mind playing tricks on somebody who's experiencing a heightened sense of alert, for example, when you're walking down a dark alley at night. However, some people are convinced that shadow people are actually apparitions of time travelers. They think that the reason that they are only in shadow form is because we, on Earth, can't clearly see the future and therefore find it hard to see these figures. Instead of being supernatural or devilish creatures, they are actually just people from other dimensions. They also don't seem to be taking any notice of the people that see them, therefore fitting in with the common time travel theme. Often when time traveling, the person experiencing it is not noticed by anybody else. The thing is, this is all heavily disputed, and the scientific explanations are well weighted in their favor. We'll never know for sure if shadow people are time travelers or not, or even real. But one thing is for sure: the human imagination is a powerful thing. Time travel sounds amazing, and if the people we've spoken about today did experience another dimension, then in some ways they are incredibly lucky. Just imagine what we could do for the world if we could access information from the future. We could cure diseases, save the environment, and prevent wars. Time travel is something that everybody has thought about from time to time, and if it is one day developed and isn't just something out of a sci-fi movie, then we reckon that the human race is in for a bewildering experience. The Kosso artifact. The Kosso artifact is that of an out-of-place artifact discovered near the town of Olancha in the state of California back in 1961, when a group of people were prospecting the area for geodes. As they collected a number of geodes, they broke up one to find what appeared to be a spark plug completely sealed up inside of a 500,000-year-old geode and still in a pristine condition due to its sealing. Many use this finding as evidence that humans journeyed as far back as 500,000 years into the past and left behind a spark plug that would later find itself encased inside of a geode and discovered in the modern day once more. Though there have been a number of possible explanations for the discovery of such an artifact, none seems to address how or why a spark plug could have been completely encased in a 500,000-year-old geode and why it would have remained in such pristine condition.